Welcome back, everyone, to the NPC Energy podcast.
Great to be here.
This is where each week we take a simulated journey asking those big questions like, is reality maybe just a really advanced simulation?
Or was the Matrix basically sending us a postcard from the future?
Exactly. And for today's simulated journey, we're tackling something that might mess with your head a little.
Just a little.
Okay, maybe a lot. The title says it all. What if time is a lie and we're just rendering one frame at a time?
Ooh, okay. So we're messing with the timeline today.
We really are. Think about, have you ever had that weird feeling like time just hiccuped?
Well,
Or maybe an hour just vanished?
oh, definitely. Or a conversation feels like it jumped, like you missed a line of dialogue somewhere.
Yeah, those little slips. So what if time isn't this smooth flowing river we imagine? What if it's more like a movie reel? Just, tons of static pictures shown really fast and our brain just smooths it all out.
That's the rabbit hole we're jumping down today, isn't it? This idea of rendered moments instead of continuous flow.
It is. And, it's not even a totally new idea that time feels flawed.
Right. People have felt that forever. I mean, look at how we've tried to track it. Sundials, water clocks.
Right up to atomic clocks on our smartphones.
And it still feels slippery sometimes, like it's a feature that's always been a bit buggy.
Yeah, like a patch that never quite fixed the underlying problem. I was reading in some anonymous sources, actually, about the ancient Greeks.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't just have one word for time. They had chronos, that's the clock time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Sequential. TikTok.
Exactly. But they also had kairos, which was more like the right moment, the opportune time, a qualitative thing.
Ah, so they already sensed time wasn't just one simple thing. It had different textures, different meanings.
It really suggests they felt something was, well, maybe not off, but more complex than just minutes ticking by.
Which makes those pop culture moments hit differently, doesn't it? Like Doctor Strange and Avengers.
Yeah.
Endgame.
We're in the end game now.
Yeah. It feels final, pivotal, but what if every single moment is its own endgame? A static render.
And our feeling of moving through time is just us flipping between these frozen frames.
That's the core idea. Like reality is a giant stop-motion film.
Wow. Okay. And speaking of weird frame skips, we got a great listener glitch of the week. This one's from Kyle in Wisconsin.
Okay, Kyle, what weirdness have you witnessed?
So, Kyle says he was watching his cat, who was sitting by the window, clear as day.
Typical cat stuff.
He looks away for maybe a second, just glances at his phone or something, looks back.
Yeah.
The cat is suddenly across the room, on the couch, just sitting there.
Whoa. Like teleported? Did you see it run?
That's the thing, he says, absolutely not. No blur, no streak, no sound of claws on the floor, one frame window, next frame couch.
Okay, that's properly weird. Was it like a rendering glitch? A feline frame skip?
Or, as Kyle joked, maybe the cat just unlocked fast travel. Who knows? But it fits, right? These little discontinuities.
It definitely makes you pause. And it leads us right into the main course, the frame theory itself.
Yeah, the juicy bit. Welcome to reality.exe.
So the theory goes, we're not experiencing a smooth stream. We're getting these static rendered frames one after another super fast.
Like flipbook reality.
Exactly. And this ties into the bigger simulation theory conversation.
Right. People like Nick Bostrom at Oxford have made serious arguments about this.
His whole thing is, if civilizations can run ancestor simulations, they probably will, and they'll run loads of them. So statistically, the odds are way higher that we're in one of those simulated realities than the one original base reality.
It's a numbers game, basically.
Yeah.
And it makes frame-by-frame rendering seem, well, less outlandish if you're already considering the simulation angle.
And you've got big names chiming in, too, like Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's pretty famously said he thinks the odds we aren't in a simulation are like billions to one.
Love him or hate him, when someone that deep in tech says something like that, it makes you go,
It definitely adds some weight. But what about, like, the science side? Is there anything in physics that vaguely hints at this?
Well, this is where you have to be careful not to draw direct lines, but there are parallels people point to, especially in quantum mechanics.
Ah, the weird stuff.
The very weird stuff, like how quantum particles don't seem to have definite properties, position, momentum until you actually measure or observe them.
So it's like the universe doesn't bother figuring out the details until someone looks.
Sort of, like it's only rendering that specific bit of reality when it needs to, when consciousness interacts with it, almost like saving processing power.
Okay, I can see the analogy. like a video game only loading the textures right in front of you.
It's a loose analogy, but it resonates.
Yeah.
And then you throw in things like Heisenberg's uncertainty principle.
Which says you can't know certain pairs of things precisely at the same time,
Yeah.
right? Like position and momentum.
Exactly. And then mash that together with GPU logic from computing how graphics cards render scenes and maybe even the Mandela effect.
The Berenstain Bears thing.
Yeah.
And Nelson Mandela dying in prison for some people.
Right. These shared false memories, put it all together, and it could look like the output of a slightly janky game engine running our universe.
A universe with some serious rendering bugs and maybe some corrupted save files.
Potentially. And think about this. Ever walk into a room and feel like you just arrived mid-scene?
Oh, yeah. Like everyone else got the memo 5 seconds before you did. You're playing catch-up on the conversation.
Exactly that feeling. What if that's not just social awkwardness?
Oh,
What if your consciousness literally just buffered and loaded into that frame a fraction of a second late?
Whoa. So you were actually behind the play because your system lagged for a millisecond.
It's a way to frame that feeling, isn't it? A potential main character energy moment of reality buffering just for you.
Okay, my mind is slightly blown. But hang on. If time is just frames, what does that do to memory?
Now you're pulling the logical thread. If time isn't continuous, if it's just snapshots, are our memories actually reliable records?
Or are they more like reconstructions? Like our brain is looking back at these disconnected frames and trying to build a story.
That's a compelling thought. Think about computer memory. You've got RAM super fast, holds what's happening right now, the current frames.
Your working memory.
Right. And then you've got the hard drive, ROM long-term storage. Maybe our brains are similar? Short-term memory caches the immediate frames to give us that feeling of now?
While long-term memory is more like trying to load an old save file, pulling up past frames.
And maybe sometimes that loading process isn't perfect. Maybe it reconstructs things slightly wrong or pulls a slightly different version of a frame.
Which could explain.
The Mandela effect. If our collective recall is based on accessing these potentially fragmented or slightly altered past frames, maybe sometimes we collectively remember the wrong frame, like the Berenstain Bears spelling.
Or Sinbad's non-existent genie movie.
Exactly. It suggests our past might be less set in stone, more editable than we think.
This is messing with me. Okay, speaking of weird memories, another listener story. This was from Julie in Portland.
All right, Julie, hit us with it.
Julie has this crystal clear memory of NSYNC having a 7th member.
Wait, 7th? Not Lance Bass as the 6th unofficial member before he came out, but a 7th.
A 7th, named Greg. She even remembers him playing the tambourine.
Tambourine Greg.
Yeah.
In NSYNC. Okay, that's specific.
Right, but apparently no record of Greg exists anywhere. Was Julie remembering a different timeline's frame? Was Greg an asset the simulation devs deleted later?
A beta version of NSYNC? Who knows? But it highlights how subjective and potentially unreliable memory can be, especially stacked against this frame theory.
It really does. And it gets loopier. Glitch of the week 2.0.
Uh-oh.
Someone reported being in a Starbucks. A customer goes up, orders a very specific drink, let's say, venti soy latte, extra shot, no foam, whatever. Specific gestures, specific way of speaking.
Okay, standard coffee order.
The person gets their drink, walks away. A few minutes pass. Then the same person walks back up to the same barista.
Yeah.
And orders the exact same drink in the exact same way. Down to the weird little hand wave they did.
Oh, like identical repetition. Did the barista notice?
The observer didn't stick around to see the barista's reaction, but they were freaked out. Was it an NPC caught in a dialogue loop?
Or did the simulation accidentally double render that event, like hitting copy-paste twice on a moment?
Either way, it's the kind of tiny anomaly that makes you squint at reality a bit harder.
It absolutely does. Which brings up the big question. If time is potentially this sequence of frames, why do we experience it as a smooth, linear flow? Why the illusion?
Right. Who benefits? Follow the code, as they say.
Okay, let's theorize. Reason 1. Maybe the devs want stability.
Makes sense. Imagine the chaos if everyone suddenly knew time was just disjointed moments. Would anyone pay taxes?
Would schedules mean anything? Would society just dissolve into people T-posing because nothing matters moment to moment?
Maybe. So maintaining the illusion of linear time keeps the simulation or society running smoothly. It enforces cause and effect consequences.
Order from chaos. Okay, plausible. Theory 2.
Let's call the main character buff. Maybe believing in linear time gives our lives narrative, a story.
Like having a past that shapes you, a present you act in, and a future you aim for, that whole structure.
Exactly. It provides motivation, purpose, a reason to keep playing the game. If every moment was just an isolated static frame, would we feel that drive, that sense of progress?
The illusion of continuity gives us a story arc, a reason to level up, so to speak.
Right. And theory 3, maybe a bit more cynical.
Lay it on me.
Corporate patch notes. Or maybe the gatekeepers of the schedule.
Okay. Like who?
Think about it. Who benefits most from us rigidly sticking to linear time? Calendars, clocks, appointment apps, meeting schedules, deadlines.
Okay, yeah. Modern life runs on that stuff.
And who makes the calendars?
Yeah.
Who designs the scheduling software? Who sells the planners? Big Paper, Hallmark, Google Sync. Are you saying Google Calendar is enforcing a simulated timeline? Maybe not consciously. But aren't these tools and the industries around them constantly reinforcing the importance of linear scheduled time for organization, for commerce, for everything? They become the gatekeepers.
That's a really interesting take. The societal and economic superstructure built on linear time actively reinforces our perception of linear time.
Could be. So we're playing along with this frame theory just for fun.
Yeah.
How could we, try and spot these glitches, debug reality a bit?
All right, give us the cheat codes. How do we spot the frame skips in the wild?
Okay, technique 1, the look-away trick, or maybe the quick glance. Next time you look at a clock, especially an analog one with a second hand, look at it, then flick your eyes away for just a split second, then look back immediately. Did the second hand jump further than it should have? Did a digital second seem to skip?
Like catching the screen refresh in real life?
Kind of. You might just catch a tiny rendering lag or a skipped frame in the time display. Worth a try.
Okay, I'm going to try that later. What else?
Technique 2, catch the loop. This is like a Starbucks story. Pay attention to people in mundane situations. Waiting in line, background characters in your day.
NPC spotting.
Basically.
Yeah.
Do you see someone repeat a small specific action? Or say the exact same short phrase twice in a row unnaturally? Could be an NPC loop.
Or just someone lost in thought, but could be a loop.
Exactly. Keep your eyes peeled. Third, echo memories.
Like Julie and Tambourine Greg.
Sort of, but maybe less dramatic. Ever argue with someone about where a conversation happened? It was in the kitchen, they swear it was in the living room. Both memories feel totally real.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Maybe it's not just bad memory. Maybe you're both remembering slightly different save files or renders of that event. A broken save file causing conflicting data.
A glitch in the shared memory banks. Okay.
And finally, number 4, the wait, what day is it? Test.
Huh. I feel this one weekly.
Right. Be honest.
Yeah.
How often do you genuinely lose track of the day? Does Monday sometimes feel like Wednesday? Does Thursday just vanish?
Happens more often as I get older, I swear.
Could just be burnout or needing coffee, sure. But if we're playing with frame theory, maybe that constant disorientation is a tiny side effect of the simulation struggling to maintain perfect day-to-day continuity, a little temporal fuzziness.
These are fun ways to mess with your own perception, at least. Makes you pay more attention.
That's the idea. So as we kind of wrap up this particular simulated journey, what's the big takeaway?
Well, if the frame theory has any grain of truth, if time is just a sequence of static renders,
then maybe this moment, right now, is the only one that's actually real, the only frame that's currently loaded.
which is, yeah, that's a profound shift in perspective. The past is just a memory of prior frames. The future hasn't rendered yet. Only now exists.
Exactly. So the best advice, simulation or not, just vibe hard in every frame, be present, appreciate the snapshot you're currently in.
Whether it's a continuous flow or a series of stills, the now is where we live. That's solid advice regardless.
Totally. So remember, everyone, reality might be on rails, time might be a lie.
But NPC energy.
That's forever. So if this made your brain tingle, if you've ever felt time go weird,
Do us a solid.
please subscribe to the NPC Energy podcast. Share this simulated journey with your fellow potential NPCs, and maybe drop us a 5-star review.
Think of it as optimizing the simulation's performance, or just being nice.
Help us speedrun out of the tutorial zone. Your support really does keep these journeys going.
It absolutely does. Until next time.
Until our next simulated journey into the weird. Welcome to the glitch, baby.